Well, guys, I wish I had a camera that could do this justice, but I don't. It just turned 2200 hours, Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. Here's a shot of the moon behind a tree, but around the moon is a halo. I know my camera's not going to pick this up, but I wish it would, because I can see it with my naked eyes. Let's see if I zoom. There it is behind the tree, and then the ring. Yep, doubtful because I can't see it on my screen. So, anyways, I'm in Illinois, in case anyone Skywatcher is wondering my location of my sky update. That be it. So, election chaos, world chaos, pandemic chaos, spiritual chaos, noise pollution. ESPN, Naj. Lots of stuff, micro and macro, going on. The key is to rise above and not let any single thing get you to a point where you give away any of your energy. We all fall short, I myself included. My previous video, I vented a lot of anger, healthfully. However, talk therapy, And things will progressively get a little more chaotic until the wrinkles in the fabric are ironed out, so to speak, or fluffed out, or some starch is sprayed on them, or they go on a tumble in the dryer to get all the wrinkles out of that beautiful, finely woven fabric of which we all are a thread. So, in any situation, if something makes you angry, if something makes you sad, if something makes you happy, if something makes you smile, if something makes you cry, past, present, or future, or within yourself, or in an expression of another person, place, thing, or idea, that's the key, is to rise above it, face what the feeling is, accept it, and then just kind of sit with it. Ask yourself questions. Why does so and so make me feel this way? What is it about this circumstance that makes me feel this way? Why do I view this particular issue in this particular way? Can I do anything to change it? If so, what? Is this something that is beyond my control? Well, what should I do in that case? I'm a firm believer in taking things that are too big for me and laying them at the feet of the Creator. Like the miracle maker who makes miracles, who created everyone and everything in this entire universe, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, brutal, delicate, everything and everyone. Sometimes it's very difficult for me to do that. Hand over control. Again, I'm a Capricorn, and I'm a bit of a control freak. Some ways rightly so, some ways not. I don't like to give up control to any aspect or area of me or my life because I don't trust anyone to handle it properly or the way I believe it to be correct. Number two, I feel that because of past experiences, anytime I did pass the baton to someone else for some reason I needed help with, I was let down. That's just the truth. So I'm working on that and trying to balance out both hemispheres of my brain, faith and logic. I struggle with the faith part. Not that I'm a non believer. I struggle with the acceptance that if I let something go and I don't have control of it, that I can just trust it will be done for me, or that if it's following divine design, it will happen with the full backing of the universe. Because the logic side of me wants facts and reason and proof and evidence and confirmation and everything tangible. If I can see it, if I can smell it, if I can touch it, if I can hear it. But the unseen, unheard, unfathomable, I struggle with that. The energies that I have been getting heavily the last couple of days is that this is a time to be still, to reflect on your own life, to enjoy the little things, the beautiful things in others and in this world around you, outside of the four walls in your home, in nature, music, art, family, things like that. Creating things, coming together as teams, camaraderie, and like-minded individuals coming up with personal solutions for oneself from the inside out, as far as healing old wounds and past traumas. And then also not just doing the healing, but now that those scars and cuts and bruises and everything are healed, well, something good needs to replace it then, or else an infection's going to set in. So it's doing the work of healing, but then it's also finding a better substance to fill that now cleared, cleansed, balanced, purified, empty space. Kind of reminds me in the New Testament how it talks about, someone cleans out their house and there's a negative spirit there. It'll leave and then come back to find the house completely swept and cleaned, and it'll bring 7 of its friends with it, something like that. Another metaphor, analogy, parable, but it's true. And that's how energy works. And energy that vibrates at similar frequencies, tones, rhythms, melodies, colors, beats, things like that will just naturally gravitate toward one another. However, if you were a melodic, harmonious hymn being sung, and they paired it with the sound of Freddy Krueger's nails on a chalkboard, those two would repel each other. So that's the parable I'm going to use. Yikes. Anyways, so I realized after I did my video where I was angry about being told that I couldn't go into a business here in the country that I live in because I didn't have a mask on. And there is no law stating that everyone must wear a mask. So I get a little irritated when things are unjust and unfair. It bothers me, and it's supposed to, because that's part of my mission is to experience these things myself in human form, and then to conjure up in my mind a solution that benefits everyone. And that's been the difficult part. Big old compromise between X amount of races, of X amount of beings from X amount of worlds in X amount of dimensions, and trying to get everybody to agree is like, I don't know, trying to explain quantum astrophysics and telekinetic energy to some of our former politicians. I had to, I couldn't help it. Anyways, oh, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling a bit because. Okay, back to what I was saying. Energies. Oh, try not to be too distracted. That's the whole point of this charade and this circus sideshow that we're seeing collapse all around us. It's meant to distract you from doing that important integral work on the inside of you. I don't know why people are still in denial about this being the end times and not understanding cosmological events and grand solar minimums and the Earth's true age and beings who are not, who will be on a quantum level. It's just very difficult to find others that can grasp the concepts of what some of us know, and then trying to convey that in English to a human being who's so blinded by the tactics used in this world to keep them that way is literally like pulling teeth. So I'm getting big time numerical energies of 144, of course. I'm getting triple eights, lots of ones, 1111, 143, which is also the code for I love you. What else? Lots of the number 4. Lots of nature and elemental energies. Earth, air, fire, water, spirit. AE. A lot of Mars energies, a lot of lunar energies. Anybody ever do an image comparison of the moon and the Death Star? Anybody catching on to all the extraterrestrial energy that's presenting currently? I hope so. So the trees are coming through very massively. They've had enough destruction. They're over it. Like, really over it. Wind, very powerful. Celestial energy, astral energies, solar energies. And I don't hear anybody else talking about this, but death and decaying energies. Maybe because it's fall, autumn, leaves are on the ground. You know, like, and what happens in this process from photosynthesis to decay, and it goes right back into the ground to create fertilizer for a new life to be born from it. And off of each sturdy trunk, a healthy trunk, branches. And then from those branches, similarly but smaller, flowers, leaves, twigs, blooms, all coming from one central source. And the roots underneath are as expansive, if not more, as the branches above, anchoring this life into the earth. However, the upper part receiving from the cosmos and the atmosphere and the elements, just like we as humans do. As above, so below, Earth provides our sustenance like a nursing, nurturing mama and quote unquote the Father, God, the Creator, whatever source, whatever you want to call it, divine intelligence, the universe provides the rest. It's like big mom and dad, and we are the children. We are the world. And it's true. So each one of us, as small as we sometimes think we are, or nameless, or faceless, or pointless, or worthless, or get those thoughts out of your head. I had them for the longest time. It almost ended me. And I wished for it too back then. But now I know how important each and every single human being is on this planet. And I mean you and you and you and you and whoever's watching this. You. Yes, you. There is an African word for God, or the universe, or a sentiment that explains how things work. And the meaning is, I am because we are.